a question on motion under gravity, and it reads, a ball is thrown vertically upward from the ground with an initial velocity of 50 meters per second. What is the total time spent by the ball in the air? Take gravity equals 10 meters per second squared. So we say solution. Now I would like to make use of a diagram for this very question. Now assume this is the ground level, okay? Assume this is the ground level. So the ball was thrown vertically upward, and then they said that with an initial velocity. So initially when the ball was thrown, the initial velocity there was 50 meters per second. Now that is all they gave. They now said, what is the total time spent by the ball in the air? Now, they gave us only this, and they asked us to take gravity as 10. Now, that is all they gave to us, and we are asked to find total time. Now, this is what we are going to do. Using this diagram, let's analyze something. The ball was thrown upward with this initial velocity. Now, we know that it will go upward against gravity that is acting downward, but at a certain point, there will be zero velocity. So at that point, we can say the body has attained its maximum height. So let's say this is the maximum height, okay? At that maximum height, there is a final velocity. And what is that final velocity? 0 meters per second, okay? The body will keep moving upward until this 50 reduces to 0. 50, 45, 30, like that, until it gets to 0. And once the final velocity becomes 0, we can say from that point to the ground level is the maximum height, because the body will not keep moving upward again. Now that is the scenario we have succeeded in analyzing. Now we now know our v, final velocity, and our u, initial velocity. We're told to take gravity as what? G equals 10 meters per second squared, and we are asked to find time. So in this place, we can say our t is unknown. True or false? True. Now let's see what we can do if we have this, and this is unknown. Now we know from one of the formula or one of the laws of motion. Now we have equations of motion. There are different equations for uniformly accelerated motion. Now if you check, the one that has both v, u, g and t at the same time is v equals u plus or minus gt. And this is the one we'll be making use of because it is all encompassing. Now, we have two signs occurring at the same time, but it does not mean we are going to be using the two at the same time. Now, are we going to be using plus or are we going to be using minus? We are not going to guess that. There are some rules to follow. Now, we observe that the body was moving against gravity. True or false? True. So the body was going vertically upward. And whenever a body is going upward, okay, you use the negative sign. That's minus. Let me say negative. But whenever the body is, let's say, falling downward, okay, is dropping downward, you use the plus or positive sign. So take note of this extra fact. Why this is the formula we'll be using. Now guys, observe something. Was the body going upward from the question or going downward? The answer is that the body was going what? Vertically upward. So this is what we are going to be using. We are going to be using plus in this, minus in this very question. So let's continue. We will now say v equals to u. In place of these two signs, we'll just simply put minus gt. So this is what we are now going to be using to solve the question. So guys, we know that our v is what? Final velocity is 0. It will be equals to what is our u? Initial velocity is 50 minus, in brackets, I want to do this separately. What is g? From the question, they say we should take g as what? 10 times what is t? T is unknown, so we leave it as t. So we are making progress. Good one at that. So from here, we'll now say 0 is equals to 50 minus 10 times t, let's say it's 10t. Now, one is carrying t, the other one is not carrying t. So let's collect like terms. The one that is carrying t to one side, the one without t to the other side. So we can do this like this. Let's say 0, if you move 50 to this place because it's not carrying any sign, it will be minus 50. What will be left? Minus 10t. Don't just say 10t. The minus is before the 10t, so it is part of it. Now from here, any number, if you remove 50 from 0, you will be left with minus 50 equals minus 10t. Now guys, we are asked to look for t. So how do we do that? Because we are looking for t, every other number before t, we use it to divide both sides. So we say over and over. Over what here? Over 10 and over 10. I hope that is clear because it is minus 10 that is before our t. So from here, this will cancel this. We will now say, watch out, watch out. T is equals to, what do we have here? We bring it here. Minus 50 over minus 10. So that is basically what we have here. Now watch out, from division rule, minus will cancel minus. So 0 will cancel 0. 5 divided by 1, our t is equals to 5. 5 seconds. 5 seconds. But remember, the question did not say find the time taken to reach the maximum height. Okay? That was not the question. The question was the total time the body or the ball will spend in air. So the time it takes to go to the maximum height and the time it takes from the maximum height to fall to the ground. So if the time it takes to get to the maximum height is 5, if we think intuitively, what will be the time it will take to drop to the ground? It will also be what? 5. So the time taken to get to the maximum height is the same time it will take to drop to the ground. So to now get the question, which is total time, not just time, but total time, we'll now say our total time is equals to 5 plus 5. This first 5 is the time it takes to get to the maximum height. This second 5 is the time it will take to drop to the ground. So everything will now be equals to what? 10. 10 seconds. And this is the answer to this very question.